So we continue. Today we're going to talk about the third law from the book The Laws of Human Nature by Robert Greene. And this law is called the law of role playing. This one is a very interesting one, and I think we in our class have already talked a lot about this topic, so it should be easier to follow, and I have some nice examples to share. So let's start with the law. People tend to wear masks that show them in the best possible light. They hide their true personality. Lewis, maybe you can help me with the first part, the translation. Okay.
Okay.
So.
Now. Okay.
Can you translate the first law for us?
OK， 就是人们喜欢戴上面具去展现他们就是比较好的那一面，然后从而隐藏他们真实的性格。Yes, finish.
Okay. So you guys already know this, right? We have talked about the idea of the persona. And you remember that persona in Latin means mask. And we have talked about how we all have different personas, we all wear these different masks, and we choose which mask to wear in which situation, depending on who we are talking to, depending on the environment, depending on the situation. So the law is basically reminding us that everybody is wearing masks. And these masks are usually chosen because people want to show their best self. They might not have the best personality. They might be angry, they might be very hateful, they might be very evil or very They might have many different characteristics that they don't want us to see. So they choose which masks to wear in which situations. Lewis.
就是他们就是之前那个 persona 那节课也讲过，人会根据他们就是环境或者是什么，就是戴一个面具，然后让大家看到他比较好的那一面。因为他觉得自己可能性格不是很好，或者是他觉得自己不是那种完美的人，然后他就会戴上个面具去只展现他自己好的那一面，从而隐藏自己不好的一面。对，就比如说 dark side。对 ，finish。
Okay. So I want us to think about this using the idea of actors. So when you're watching a movie, let's say you have a star. A very common movie, or a very popular one, is Titanic. I'm pretty sure everybody has seen that. And the main male star, the main male actor in that movie is Leonardo DiCaprio. And what we want to remember is that he is the actor playing the character of Jack, right? And in that same way, we are like actors playing different characters. The character that we play is kind of like the mask that we wear based on the different situation. Lewis.
就是看看泰坦尼 尼克号就是这个电影里面那个男主角是由 Leonardo 扮演的嘛，然后他在泰坦尼克这个电影里面扮演这样的角色，就像我们生活中在不同的场景或者是情况下扮演不同的角色一样，就是每个人都其实是类似于生活的演员，对，这也是。
Okay. So I just want to read this very quickly. We change what we say, our tone of voice, our accent, our mannerisms, our whole body language to suit each individual and situation. Now, the most interesting thing is that we do this almost without thinking. We are like the best actors. We don't need to consciously think about what kind of tone I should use, what mannerisms, what I should do with my body. It's almost automatic. Lewis.
就是我们会改变我们自己的说话方式，比如说我们的声音，或者是我们口音，然后我们的态度，还有我们的肢体语言，去适应各种情况。然后而且我们做这些事情是非常自然的去做的，就是不需要思考。对，这也是。
Okay. So let's do a small example here. Actors playing characters. Parents, when they are with their children, we don't often think about this, but our parents are like people who are acting as if they are parents, right? They take on a certain tone when they speak to their children. They have certain responsibilities, so they will speak to their children with maybe a strict or a powerful tone of voice, right? Their mannerisms, especially if the child is naughty, their mannerisms would be quite strong. Their body language is maybe more stressed or more tense, to show that they are the ones who are responsible, or they are the ones who are in control of the situation and of their children. And by doing this, the child sees this person is acting like my parent, and I need to show them some respect. I need to listen to what they are suggesting. Lewis.
就比如说家长在面对他们小孩的时候，他们的语气或者是动作就会比较就是强硬，就是以此来显示他们是就是有责任的，或者是就是对你负责的。就是如果你比较皮的话，他就会用比较强硬的态度来对待你，然后就是希望你认真听他说事情，就能够树立一个比较有威严的形象。然后小孩子看到他父母做出这样子的举动，然后他就会觉得那个父母是在显示自己的威严嘛，就是在为自己负责，为小孩负责。然后那小孩就会看到这个场景，就会说我要显示一点就是尊敬给他们，然后他们就会去认真听父母讲话。对 ，Yes.
I'll continue with this example, right? So let's say the parents, they want their child to go to bed at 9 p.m. and the child does not want to go to bed so early. The child wants to play. So the parents would become a little strict, right? They would put on a very, let's say, it's a slight angry or controlling tone in their voice, the way they would look at their child, they are acting, right? They are acting as if maybe they are a little unhappy or they are a little irritated because their child is not listening to them. They are acting a certain way because they want the child to take what they are saying seriously and do what they say. Now let's say the child says, okay, I see that my parents are not happy that I am staying up, so I'll go to bed. And the child goes to bed. And as soon as the child goes to bed, the actors change their characters. Now it's just a husband and a wife who love each other, and now they have maybe an hour or two before they go to sleep to spend some quality time with each other. They're not playing the same character as they were when they were with their child. Now they are maybe more intimate, maybe more friendly, maybe they laugh, maybe they joke, maybe they're tired and they just want to sit together and hold each other and not speak at all. They just want to watch a movie together and get some time together alone. Lewis.
就是小孩晚上不睡觉的时候就很晚都不睡，然后父母就会态度变得很强硬，就是有点生气什么的，然后就其实我觉得他们也不是真的生气，就是想让那小孩快点睡觉，然后那小孩看到父母生气了，然后他就也会乖乖去睡觉，然后等小孩乖乖睡觉，就只剩下那个父母的话，他们的那个角色就会发生一些转换，就是比如说妈妈的角色就会变成妻子的角色，然后爸爸的角色又变成丈夫的角色，就是他们就会变得不一样，然后他们怎么说，就是互相就是演绎的方式也不一样了，就比如说只剩下夫妻的话，他们就可能就安安静静的，就也不会干什么，然后可能看看电视啊，然后睡会儿觉什么的，就又变成另外一种形式，就不像跟小孩子在那边斗智斗勇，或者是就是摆出很威严的样子那种感觉。这件事。
Okay. All right. So this is one of the things this is one of the problems here with this law, right? We are all playing roles, and yet we don't realize that we are communicating to people in two different ways. Now, in my class, we have talked about this, so you all know that we have verbal communication, meaning with words, and we have non-verbal communication, meaning body language, tone, facial expressions, hand gestures. And so one of the issues here is that for most of us, we forget, we don't pay attention, right? We don't pay attention to people's non-verbal cues, even though the non-verbal cues are much more honest and almost, now, there are different beliefs here. I can say that some people believe that 93% of all communication is non-verbal. It's all without words. But in this book, Robert Greene says that about 65% of all communication is non-verbal. Whichever, what I want to say is that it is larger. The percentage of communication with body language, tone of voice, facial expressions, hand gestures is much larger than with words. And yet we don't pay attention to people's non-verbal cues. We fixate. We just focus on the words that people say. And this is where we are unable to understand people. We don't realize that people use their words to hide their true feelings. Yana.
就是呢，他说，我们没有注意到，我们其实在用两种方式在交流，一种就是 verbal， 一是 non-verbal。verbal 是口头的或者语言的意思，所以说 non-verbal 应该就是语言之外，比如说肢体语言、手势啊什么之类的。然后呢，就是我们一般都只注意到别人说什么，但没有注意到 别人的其他肢体语言其实也反映了你的一个心理状态，所以就是大概就是这么讲吧。反正就是我们没有注意到，就是肢体语言，我们只注意到那个人说了个啥，所以就其实可能没有很好理解到一个人的意思。Unfinished.
Okay, we'll continue. So I want to give you an example with this, right? We fixate on words people say, we don't pay attention to the nonverbal cues. An example here is where we have a husband and a wife, and let's just say in this example that the wife is cheating on the husband, right? The wife has a lover. And so the wife will sometimes tell her husband, you know, I'm really busy, I need to work late today, 加班, and I will be home a little late. Maybe you need to order some food for yourself. You can and maybe you can feed our child because I'm really busy and I can't be back in time. But in actuality, the wife is maybe finishing her work earlier. She's going to a hotel with her lover and she's spending time with him. They're having dinner together. They are enjoying the hotel time together. And then she's coming home maybe at 11 or 12 or 1 a.m. And so when she arrives home, her husband is a little worried, her husband is tired, her husband says, did you have a busy day? How was your work? You must be so tired. I have some food, are you hungry? And the wife, you know, says, no, you know, it was a long day, I'm just really tired, I just really want to go to bed. But the husband is not paying attention to her nonverbal cues. Maybe she is displaying this tense face because actually she knows that she's lying to him. Maybe her hands are shaking because she feels nervous or she feels uncomfortable talking about how her day was. And her husband is just listening to the words and he thinks, well, yeah, she must be really tired, she just wants to sleep, she's been working so hard. But he is not really understanding the communication that is going on between his wife and him. Yana.
就是讲呢，有一对夫妻，然后其中老婆出轨了，然后她可能就会跟她老公撒谎，就说我就每天都很忙，然后就是可能要你去帮忙做饭或者点外卖或者照顾孩子什么的，然后到很晚，就是她跟她的情人这个欢快的时光之后呢，就是可能很晚才回来，然后她就就是她老公可能就会问她说，你就是要不要吃点啥呀，或者是有没有就是很累啊什么的，然后但是呢，就是可能这个丈夫他就只是去注意到了他妻子的一个语言，就是他说了啥，比如说妻子可能会说，哎，我今天很累啊，我就是每天在干活很累，然后但是他可能没有注意到他妻子其实有一些肢体动作，比如说他手一直在晃来晃去啊，又很紧张什么的，这个可能就是一般人来说，就是丈夫没注意到，就只会听他说什么，就这样，然后就马虎。I'm finished.
Okay. One more. Now, with these non-verbal cues, with these facial expressions, with our hand gestures, our body language, with our changing tone of voice, we want to communicate our feelings. It's natural for us to do this. We want to let these emotions out. And yet, at the same time, we need to hide them for proper social functioning. We cannot always show our emotions to people. It might lead to problems in the social relationship. An easy example here is with your boss, right? Maybe you have some dislike for your boss. Maybe you feel angry at your boss sometimes for making you do work that's not your responsibility, or making you work late and not paying you for that. There are many different reasons why you may not have a good relationship with your boss, but naturally, when you feel these emotions of anger or hatred, regret, we want to show them. We probably do show them. These little micro expressions, as you know, slip out. Our body tenses up. Our tone changes when we are speaking to them. We are leaking these emotions. We are actually showing these feelings. But we try to control them. We try to control our anger. We try not to let it be so obvious to our boss that we are angry at them or that we dislike them, because otherwise we might lose our job. Yeah.
就比如说，在我们马上就翻译了。他说，我们会想要交流，就是交流我们的情感，但是同时我们也会去隐藏它。就比如说在面对boss 的时候，就有时候可能不是那么的喜欢，对他有什么意见，比如说亏欠工资什么的。然后呢，所以说就会在就是虽然很想去控制你的愤怒和不满，但是还是会流露一点出来，就是是在肢体语言上，还在语调上面，就是还是会流露出一点，就即使你想控制它，但是你还是会表现出一点你的愤怒跟不满，还是这样。Finish.
Okay. One more example. So you're all in school, and there are, let's say you're in the you're in your class, right? You're in your class, and there are other boys and girls in your class. Now, let's say that one of them, one boy has a crush, or one boy likes a girl, and the boy wants to date that girl, or he wants to start some kind of relationship with her. He wants to show her these emotions, and probably when he speaks to her, he does. He shows her that he's interested, the way he looks at her, the way he speaks, his tone of voice, the words that he chooses, the character that he plays as the actor. And yet, if he just directly showed everything, showed her how much he liked her, it might be a bit embarrassing for her. His classmates may feel uncomfortable, or they may laugh, they may make fun of him. It breaks down social functioning. It breaks down the situation. He may not be able to start that relationship with her. Yana.
就是还有一个例子呢，就是说，比如说一个男生他喜欢一个女生，然后他想去，他想去跟那个女孩表示他的这个爱好心意，我不知道太直白了。然后他可能想去找那个女孩去约会啊或者什么的，所以他就会那个男生就会去可能会侧面的去流露他的这个情感，就是去让那个女孩知道他有多喜欢他。然后但是他的这个举动有可能会被同学嘲笑，对，有可能会被同学嘲笑。 然后他可能就会改变嘛，就会改变自我的心情。他可能就会改变自己的这个想法了，就是可能因为就被嘲笑了。I'm finished.